everybody, it's CraftyRia and I'm back with another video. If you're new here, thank you so much for checking us out. I'm glad you stopped by and I really hope you enjoy this video. If you're returning, welcome back. If you haven't yet clicked that subscribe button, of course I would love it if you did. Today I will be doing another card sketch. This is sketch number 19. You can find all of my sketches over in my Facebook group, Create with CraftyRia. We all share our work over there. And if you do use the sketch, you are free to use the sketch on any social media. Just link back to either this video or to my channel. Today I will be, of course, making a recycled Christmas card and a regular card using this sketch. So let's go ahead and get started. It's a pretty simple sketch, but I think it's going to be fun anyway. You can kind of bling it up and do it up however you like. That's what's nice about the simple sketches. It's really easy to go that much farther. I picked these two Christmas cards. I thought this would be good for this part here, and then I will cut a square out of this. This I think is a hard Christmas card to use, but I will use that for the focal image. And I also have this beautiful paper. I mean, that is just gorgeous. That is going to be what I'm going to use to mat some of these images with. And just a standard A2 size card base. I make my card sketches 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but they can be used on any size card. Feel free to use it any way you like. You can turn it any way you like. It's just kind of an idea. I'm going to set that beautiful paper aside so it doesn't distract me too much, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out this piece. I'm going to start by cutting the front off of this card. And I will cut the sentiment out. I'm going to try to use the sentiment from this card. Let's go this way. Since the card is only 4 1/4 wide, I want to cut the sentiment as narrow as I can. Because it doesn't leave a lot of room on each side, because it has to fit inside here and be matted. I picked this piece here that I thought I could mat it on. I'm going to have to trim this down a little bit more. That was from my scrap drawer, that piece of blue, and I thought it might be the right size. It's from another card that I had cut. I think that'll fit just fine. Maybe I can trim a little closer to the M. There we go. That'll work perfectly. Excellent. I'm glad I was able to use that. Let me get some of my trash out of the way. I didn't put my measurements on here in advance, so let me see. This is about 1.5 inches by 4 1/2. So let me see what I can do here within that 1.5 inches. I actually would like to use this whole red piece, and it will be able to do, yes, I'll be able to get all of that red one in. I'm going to go ahead and trim it just to the other side of that red ball. That's so pretty. It doesn't matter that it's perfectly. Yep, that'll work. So I'm just going to trim it right to the edge of that red ball. And then I want to see about the length. I might just leave it like that and just cut it to the bottom of that red ball. Just cut it like right there. I think that will work. Because if I leave that white ball in there, it'll look a little silly. So we have that. Excellent. And then, so that's going to be my long piece. It's not as long as my sketch, but I will be matting it on the glittery red, so I think it'll still be okay. And then I want to cut this ball out, and I'm not really going to measure this so much. I'm just going to use the picture to cut it out. And the inside of this is not really much that I could use because it is the sentiment is very businesslike. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the bottom of that ball, come up to the top. Oh my gosh, my Jersey accent came through there when I said ball. Every so often, my Jersey accent comes out. Usually when I'm tired or if I'm mad. I'm not mad, but I am probably a little tired. It's the end of the month at work and we are so busy. So that's going to be my focal image. And it also leaves this other ball that I could use for a focal image for another card if I cut off this and Happy New Year at the top. I have that to use for something else. I have a card scrap box that I will put that in, and I will also put that in it as well because they might be able to be used for another card. It's really hard to find, I think, pieces that will go with card sketches from recycled Christmas cards. I have a hard time. It is a big challenge for me. So now I'm going to cut, I have this red paper, and I am going to cut my pieces here. I think what I'll do is, I think both of these will fit if I line them up like that. This red paper I got at Pat Catan's when they had their going out of business sale, and that was in Washington Courthouse, Ohio. I bought them out of all of the red paper, all of the glitter red and green paper that they had. This was so beautiful. I think their paper was like buy one, get 12 free, or buy 3, get 12 free, or something like that. So it was definitely a good deal, and I did not cut that straight. I could feel the paper shift. So I'm going to stick it back in there and just trim it down the other way. And then I have this piece like that. That will be perfect. Let's mark it on the back here where I want to cut. All right, so I have that. That looks so pretty. I love it. And let's see what I have to do to this. This is gorgeous. I might leave a bigger border on this. Let me see how I like it on the card with a larger border, just to take more of the height of the card. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I might leave the height alone, and I'll just cut a little off the width. And then that little scrap I could use on a card as a piece of ribbon type embellishment. So I have that. I think that looks so pretty. And then this, kind of like that. I like it. I think it's really, really cute. All right, so I will use some of my glue on the back of this because this paper is it's a rough glitter, and I'm afraid my tape's not going to hold it as much as I would like. The glue I'm using is Elmer's Glue All, and I put it in a art glitter glue bottle and with the fine metal tip, and it works great. I honestly can't really tell the difference between the two. I'm going to use my bone folder and just burnish that down just to smush out the glue underneath. And I'm going to do the same thing with this piece. In the Elmer's bottle, if you leave it the way it is, the tip lets out way too much glue, and then you can see the lump underneath the paper. But the fine metal tip makes all the difference in the world. And it does not clog very easily. It clogs less easily than my art glitter glue. So I have that piece there, and I'll use my tape runner on the back of this. Make sure my card opens the right way before I stick it down. And then I'm going to stick this up with some foam tape. I have these foam squares. These are from the Dollar Tree. One of my viewers sent me these. Thank you. I've gotten good use of them, out of them. They're real easy because you don't have to cut them apart. It didn't want to go away. It wanted to stay on my desk. A lot of the times I use a thinner foam tape. This is a little thicker. This is an 1/8 of an inch, and what I usually use is 1/16, but that's not too bad. I just can't do too many raised elements on one card. And I think I will put that right there. So there is that recycled Christmas card using this sketch. I think it came out really pretty. I think the red glitter paper adds a lot to it. Now my next one, using the same sketch. Oh, actually, before I move on to the next one, let me go ahead and put this on the inside of the card. And that just fits in there. All right, so that one is done. So for my next card, I'm going to be using this fall pack of paper that I got from Echo Park. I ordered a bunch when they had their big sale at the Echo Park outlet. and their collections, if you bought 10 of them, they were $5 each, and you got free shipping on $50. So it was a no-brainer. I had to get 10. I ended up with 2 sheets of the stickers. It comes with this, but I had 1 sheet of the stickers from a prior, either the warehouse sale, the mystery box, or some other sale. So I have 2 sheets of stickers that happen to match this set, so that is fine. I think I will be using this sticker for the focal image here. I'm going to mat it on a background. I like that little sticker. And I picked out some paper to use with it. I thought it would go good on this green paper on the, mat this sticker on there, and then use this. This is so pretty for this strip here. And for my card base, I didn't want it to be just regular white, so I'm going to use craft paper. Let me show you this set real quick. You have that sheet I just showed you. It comes with the sticker sheet as well. You'll be seeing more cards using this set in the future. And we have some of these beautiful papers. They look like burlap. The background of that looks like burlap. And that with that pretty plaid. We have another burlap background and a stripe. This is adorable. The raccoons, oh, so cute. And the fox and that. And another burlap background. And apples. And these owls are adorable. I really love owls. They're so cute. And the leaves. And that background, that has some printed leaves on it. It's hard to see in the camera. This is a bunch of really cool words and a plain burlap background. They make 2 good prints on 1 sheet. It kills me. If you've watched any of my unboxings, you know my dilemma. I don't know which sheet to use, so I just don't use them at all. And then that's bad. And then we have these cut aparts, which would be great for cards. You'll see these coming up in a future video. And then the back is orange with that print. Now this one is an easy one. I know I would definitely use the front. And then we have these larger cut aparts. These are 4x4 with that kind of plaid background, which that's easy. I really like the front. And these are larger. These are 4x6 cut aparts. And see, it's got a beautiful background. That is going to be hard to use. Yep. All right. If you are in my Patreon, I will be sending my September levels, my card kit, and Happy Mail will have a fall theme, and you may get some of these papers and maybe some of the stickers. It just depends on how far they go and how many people subscribe. I have lots of other great fall paper too. It will be fun, I guarantee. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this apart. I need to make it the right width for this. So let me measure this. This is about 2 1/4 square. So I'm going to make probably, I think 2 1/2 is going to look good. I love the see-through ruler because I can tell, like there's my 2 1/2 line, and I can tell how much border is going to be on each side. I did ruin this ruler. This is a Tim Holtz ruler. I didn't realize it had the metal piece on the one end, and I was using my knife against this end, and it did ruin it. So I do need to order a new one. I've had this for years though, so at least I got plenty of use out of it. So I said 2 1/2, and I need to get my larger paper trimmer. because my little guy up here won't cut 12 inches, but this big guy will. So I'm going to cut off 2.5 inches. I'm going to line it up here on the 2.5 edge and just make a cut. Someone had asked about the gauges on here. It has a guide for centimeters and it goes down to a 1/16 of an inch. You can see the lines, but the grid on here, on this part, is a quarter of an inch grid. You can see that grid. Same on here, the grid is a quarter of an inch. But this one goes down, it's marked an eighth of inches at the top, and the bottom is centimeters. And if you needed a 1/16 of an inch, you can just eyeball it in between two of the eighth marks, if that makes sense. Okay, so I have that. And then I want to make a 2.5 inch square from this. So I will put it in here and just mark that at 2.5. And cut out my square, and that's going to be the base for that. And this is going to be, let me see, wonder how big that is. Look, that's perfect. How did I know that? I did not plan that, I promise. And this is 1.5 inches by 4.5. So let me cut that 4.5 piece first. And I will take this back and I will cut this at 1.5. It's a little easier to do on here because on my other one, the plastic guard is 2 inches. So I have that there. Okay, that's really, really cute. I'm going to put it this way. Okay, and I have my card base. I just cut it out of craft cardstock. It's not a super thick cardstock. It's rather thin, but it'll be fine. So I have that piece there. I think that looks really cute. Then I have this. Let me get my sticker. Take the sticker off. These are cardstock stickers, so they are pretty thick. I really like it. And I'm just going to center this on here as best I can. See if I can get it on there a little more centered. There we go. It's hard to center it when I kind of have it out in front of me. And I'm trying to decide if I want to mat this on that. I think I might want to mat that on there just to give it a little bit of a more finished look. So I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on the back of this. And I just want a really narrow mat, approximately 1/16 of an inch. I don't want it too much. I just want to pull some of that color over. And then I will trim it here. And I will line it up here and give it a trim as well. There we go. That gives it just a little bit of a, just a little bit of that pop of color all the way through. I kind of like it. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this on the back. And I will do the same with this. I will put it up on these, on this foam tape. There we go. And that card is done. So here we have the 2 cards from card sketch number 19. Please leave me a comment below and let me know which one is your favorite. Thanks again, everyone, for watching. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and then click on the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And also, if you haven't checked out my Facebook group, Create with CraftyRia, head on over there. I'd love for you to check it out. And I mentioned earlier Patreon. The link will be in the comments below. And I just want to say I do appreciate all of you. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.